Okay, very quickly, guys, you're going to flow with me as we look at your Jamb 400 series, right? Your use of English. And this series consists of the 400 questions that Jamb keep revolving around as far as use of English is concerned. It's not possible that you tell me that you sat down, right? And you dedicatedly and genuinely finished all these questions, and there will be anything that will look strange to you in the hall. You better sit down tight. You better do what? Sit down tight. And it amazes me, right? I'm so surprised at the level of how some art students, they decide to play with use of English. Like, it's so alarming. The worst is some of the management students. You know, when it comes to science students, their use of English are so poor and bad. You see somebody as a science student having, let's say, chemistry 85 as Jamb score in chemistry, right? Biology 90 or mathematics 92. Then you now start seeing things like physics, right? You may even see 94 or 93 as physics score. And then when you come to use of English, you are seeing 51 as what kind of rubbish is that? You better sit down tight now. Are you with me? So under use of English, right, we're going to be looking at them part by part as we are looking at the questions together with me. So with the first 4 parts that we're going to look at, they're going to be unique, and then we'll move to the next 4 parts and all of that. At least we're going to look at 10 parts altogether very, very quickly. Let's go. This is our part 1. So under part 1, what and what should we pay attention to? We're going to look at the comprehension passage, right? Oh yes, in this part 1, we're going to dwell on the comprehension passage. You know, when it comes to comprehension passage, what Jamb usually gives is they'll tell you to read the passage below and answer the questions that follow. The big mistake a lot of people do is the fact that when it comes to comprehension passages, they want to answer the passage questions, right, based on their own understanding, not based on what the passage is saying. You are wrong. The first thing to do is to understand the passage and answer the questions based on exactly what the passage is saying. Are you with me? So you must read with clear-cut understanding and at least read it twice. Read the passage that many times? Twice. Move out from there. The first one, you read it fast. Second one, you understand and then you move. Now look at it. Let's go. We are interested in the various kinds of injury that can occur in road traffic accidents. In other words, maybe they are going to talk about road traffic accidents. We don't know. How to prevent them and how their first aid management. Most of us have probably witnessed one form of road traffic accident or another. The universal reaction of eyewitness, that means what everybody normally do, right, is to do what? Panic as they rush to the scene and stand there looking in what? In dismay. That means they are looking surprised. They are like, oh wow, what did happen? That's what it means. And let's proceed very quickly. Road traffic accidents are great crowd pullers. In other words, it pull crowd. People are attracted to it as everyone want to stop and have a look. Everybody want to view. Are you getting it? However, the 3 most useful things you can do if you are the scene of road traffic accidents is to assist in the rescue of the trapped victims. How do you rescue them? You also render first aid treatment to the victims and help in conveying injured people to the what? Nearest hospital. We are kind of like rushing through. Are you getting me now? And don't forget this. Road traffic accidents have a great potential for causing injury to the human body. That means it is injurious to the what? Human body. The high velocity at which the motor vehicle is traveling, the sudden deceleration on impact. Are you getting it now? And the hard, rigid nature of the motor body all contribute to increasing the potential for injury. Probably the most risk-laden road traffic accidents are those that involve motorcyclists, more like all those Okada people, the pikemen, as they do not have a solid motor car body, right? That means they don't have solid motor car body to protect them from direct impacts on an oncoming vehicle on the road. And what will happen from there? Let's go. Road traffic accidents involve motorcyclists, cause high mortality. That means death rate, right, is high, as the human skull is often fractured on impact with the hard surface of the road. Kai. Road traffic accidents involving cars and their passengers can cause serious problems, as the wreckage of the car may trap some people inside. This may mean that the crumbled car body need to be cut away before the victim can be saved. That means you need to go and cut the car. If the road accident results in a fire, then this can be disastrous, as the fire will prevent rescuers from coming near, because nobody want to go and jump into fire, thus resulting in quick demise of the victims from burns. And what will happen? This is why every car driver must possess a fire extinguisher in their vehicle. This little device may save lives in some situation. And then this particular Jamb question was adapted from WAEC 1997 Use of English Comprehension passage. Very simple. That means, without saying much, the entire passage is all about your road traffic accidents, right? Yeah, very, very quickly. So what we have done is that you have done first reading. At least you know that it is road traffic accident. There are some things that are coming into your mind right from the passage. Don't go and use like your own knowledge in answering any of the question. Never. Don't try it. It is based on what the passage is saying. Your understanding of the passage, your interpretation of the passage, that is where you are going to pull out every singular solution from. So we are going to take second reading, right? Now, second reading, now we're going to go gently so that you understand it very, very quickly. Now let's go together. We are interested in the various kinds of injury that can occur in road traffic accidents, how to prevent them, and their first aid management. Most of us have probably witnessed one form of road traffic accident or another, right? That means everybody have witnessed some form of road accidents. That's what it means, whether you are an onlooker and so on and so forth. The universal reaction of eyewitness is panic, as they rush to the scene, stand there looking in what? Dismay, surprised. Let's proceed. Road traffic accidents are great crowd pullers. In other words, people are attracted to what? Road accident. Why are they attracted? To go and look, right? As everyone want to stop and have a look. That's why they are looking in what? In dismay. However, the three most useful things you can do if you are the scene of a road traffic accident are to, the passage went further to highlight three things that anybody can do. Number one is to do what? Assist in the rescue of the trapped victim. That's number one. Number two is to render first aid treatments to the victims. And then number three, help in conveying the injured people to the nearest hospital. From the passage, we are not adding our own, no. Before you go and do oversabi, some people, what they used to do is ITK, I too know. Passage is saying one thing, you are going another way. No, don't try it in comprehension passages. Are you with me? You must do well in this exam. Let's go. Another thing very quickly is this. Road traffic accidents have a great potential for causing injury to the human body. And then the passage went to highlight it, that the high velocity, a lot of people, they run too much. Somebody is driving and the person is moving at high speed. The high velocity, talking about the speed at which the motor vehicle is traveling, the sudden deceleration on impact, boom, and the hard, rigid nature of the motor car body. What did they do? They all contribute to increasing the potential to injury. To increasing the potential for injury. Are you seeing it now? Probably the most risk-laden road traffic accidents are those that involve what? Motorcyclists. That means theirs is very terrible, as they do not have. Listen, according to the passage, your motorcyclists, why is it that theirs is terrible? As they do not have solid motorcar body to protect them from the direct impact of an oncoming vehicle on the road. Did they say it's helmets? No, so it's not helmets, because normally in anybody's mind you think it's probably they don't have helmets. That's why the accident is terrible. according to this passage. The reason why their accident is terrible is that as they don't have solid motor car body to protect them from the direct impact of an oncoming vehicle on the road. So you must interpret based on the passage. Are you getting it now? Let's proceed. Road traffic accidents involving motorcyclists, right? What did they cause? They cause high mortality. Death rate is high. As the human skull is often what? Fractured on impact. They did not talk about the legs or the arm. What is fractured? Human skull, right? With hard surface. It is fractured on impact with the what? Hard surface of the what? Of the road. Shall you see it now? So road traffic accidents involving cars. So we have switched from motorcyclists. Now we have entered cars and their passengers can cause serious problem as the wreckage of the car may trap some people inside. Are you seeing it? So this may mean that the crumbled car body need to be cut away. You need to cut the crumbled body of the car away, right? Before the victims can be what? Saved. So it's not that you now rush and go and the passage is not saying you will rush and go and call all those firefighters, right, to come and rescue the or road safety. No, that's not what the passage is saying here. The passage says what happened to people that are trapped inside wrecked cars. What happened is that you need to cut part of those cars away before you do what? You save the victim. Does it make sense? So if the road accident, right, results in what? In fire. So we have moved from motorcyclists, we entered car, now we have entered fire. Then this can be disastrous as the fire will prevent rescuers from coming near what will happen, thus resulting in quick demise of the victims. From what? From burns. This is why every car driver must possess what? Fire extinguisher. Every car driver must have a fire extinguisher in their vehicle. Why? This little device, that fire extinguisher, may save lives in some situation. So it's not road safety that will save lives in some situation. What will save lives in case of fire burn? Fire what? Extinguishers. Does it make sense? With this understanding now, you are good to fire the passage. So you see, everything must be based on the what? On the comprehension passage, not based on as you like. Are you seeing it now? Now let's proceed. Look at the questions very, very quickly. Question 1 all the way. The question here, it says, according to the writer. Hold on a bit very quickly. This class you're watching right now is just one out of a series of classes within the LearnLift app. And guess what? LearnLift is a mobile app, right? Where you study intensively as well as extensively. So within the LearnLift app, you can see it very quickly. You have access to all your subjects there. You have your use of English, you have your mathematics, you have your physics, you have your chemistry, you have your biology, you have your Jamb 400. All of them, they are different subjects within the LearnLift app. And of course, you have different topics under every particular subject. And everything has been narrowed down to you, down to the curriculum with their past questions and everything to the core. And don't forget that within the LearnLift app, you have access to your what? Your video lessons, where you can start going through your classes uninterrupted. You have access to your notes. Oh yes, your notes well organized, well structured for you, and you are running through all of them. And of course, inside the notes are past questions for you. You have access to your past questions in CBT format, where you can go through all of them extensively well. All of it within the LearnLift app for you and more. And guess what? Very important. You want to download the LearnLift app, all you need to just do is head down to Play Store or your App Store and type LearnLift. That's all. Once you type LearnLift, of course, the app is going to pop up for you and you're going to see the logo, and then you download the app and then you follow up on your studies intensively. Before we proceed, let's get back to class. Flow with me. The question here, it says, according to the writer, what do eyewitness usually do as soon as accident occur? What do they normally do? Option A say they rush to the scene of accident and they start crying. According to the passage, is that what it means? Option B says they rush to the scene of the accident and watch with what? Surprised. Option B says they do what? Rush to the scene of accident and steal belongings. Well done, thief. Option D says they are avoid the accident scene. They don't even avoid the accident scene. They rush to the scene of the accident, right? And they look in dismay. That was their word, surprised. That makes option what? B, right? The correct what? Answer. Very simple. It's not that they rush to the scene of the accident and they start crying. That's not what the passage means. They rush to the scene of the accident and then they steal people belonging. No. What is the answer? They rush to the scene of the accident and they watch it what? With surprise, right? Now, look at it from the passage. How do we know, right? So from the passage, we're given this. We are interested in the various kind of injury, right? This is exactly from the passage that can occur in road traffic accidents. How to prevent them and their first aid management. Most of us have probably witnessed one form of road traffic accident or another. And the passage went ahead to say the universal reaction of eyewitness, what did they do? Is to panic. As they rush to the scene, right? And stand there looking in what? In dismay, surprised. Does it make sense? So you must understand that the passage states that what? The universal reaction of eyewitness is what? Panic. As they rush to the scene, they stand there and they are looking in what? In dismay. And you must understand is that the passage also mentioned that what? Road traffic accidents are great crowd pullers. Why? Because people will stop to do what? Watch. So they are looking, they are surprised. And don't forget this quickly, that this suggests to us that most eyewitness, they rush to the scene and do what? Observe with surprise rather than taking immediate what? Action. So they are not going there to go and take immediate action. The one they are surprised are looking. That's what the passage means. Doesn't make sense. If you get that very quickly with me. Now look at another powerful question. I want you to get this one. If you fail, I will nod you. The question all the way says, one of the things that the writer suggested that eyewitness do is to, what did the writer suggest? Option A, assist in rescuing the victims. Option B says, assist in stopping the victims. Option C says, assist in carrying the vehicle. Option D says, immediately call the police. There is nothing that involves police in the entire passage. Assist in carrying the vehicle. No, they only talked about cutting vehicle, right? So that you go and pull out your victims from there at the end of the day. Stop in assist in stopping the victims. No. What is the answer? Assist in rescuing the victims. Option what is the correct answer? Does it make sense? From the passage itself, we're given this particular part of the passage, right? That stated to us that road traffic accidents are great crowd pullers. As everyone wants to stop and have a look. However, the three most useful things, the passage gave it to us, the three most useful things that you can do if you are the scene of a road traffic accident. What are they? Number one, assist in rescue of the trapped victims. That means you must go and assist the trapped victims. Number two, render first aid treatment to the victims. This is number two. And then number three, helping conveying the injured people to the nearest hospital. That's according to the passage. Are you seeing it now? Don't forget this, that the passage highlights three useful things or action that every eyewitness can do. What are they? You assist in rescuing the trapped victims, you render first aid treatment, and you transport the injured patients to the hospital. Does it make sense? Don't forget this, that assisting in rescuing the victims, all of them, you are assisting in rescuing the victim, is the best answer that aligns with the passage emphasis on active involvement in saving lives. Not that you just stand there and you go stand there for there. You just look, that's not what the passage is saying. Are you with me? If you get that very quickly with me, look at question 3 here. Question 3 all the way, sure you see that everything must be based on what the passage is saying. Question 3 all the way says, mention 2 of the factors that can increase injuries during accidents. Option A says high speed and mechanical fault. Yes, he talked about speed, right? High velocity. Mechanical fault was not mentioned anyway. Option B says high speed and sleep while driving. The passage never made mention of anything that has to do with your sleep. Nothing of such was mentioned. Option C says high speed and sudden deceleration of the vehicle as a result of the impact. Yes, this guy was mentioned. Option D says potholes along major roads and flat tire. This guy was not even there. What is the answer? Option C is the correct answer. Very simple. Look at the passage, what the passage was saying. From the passage, we're given this powerful thing that road traffic accidents have a great potential for causing injury to the human body. The high velocity at which the motor vehicle is traveling, that high velocity is speed there. Are you getting it now? And the sudden deceleration on impact. Well, that impact, and the hard, rigid nature of the motor car body. These were the three things that were given: high velocity, sudden deceleration, and the rigid nature of the motor car body. They all contribute to increasing the potential for what? Injury. Are you getting it now? Don't forget that the passage clearly mentions the high velocity, that is the speed, right, of the vehicle, and the sudden deceleration on impact. They contribute to the potential for what? Injury. And don't forget that these factors, they increase the force of what? Crash, making the injury to be what? More severe. What was not mentioned though, things like your butt, flat tire, they were not mentioned at all in the passage. Are you seeing it now? So everything must be based on the what? On the passage. Does it make sense? Look at the next question here, question 4. In question 4, we're given this beautiful and lovely question that say, why are motorcyclists at greater risk when accidents occur? Motorcyclists. Option A says, lack of solid motor car body to protect the cyclist. Okay. Option B says, lack of solid helmets to do what? To protect the cyclist. Okay. Only you answer it for me. Option C say, lack of balance to protect the cyclist. Is it that the motorbike is not balanced? Option D is lack of physical injury to the cyclist. Why are motorcyclists at greater risk when accidents occur? There was nothing like helmets that was mentioned in the passage, right? Lack of balance, there was nothing like balance that was mentioned there. Lack of physical injury to the cyclist, that was not the main reason. Now, option A is a lack of solid motor car body to protect the cyclist. This guy was there, Bagam, in the passage. That means option was A, the correct answer. Look at it, shine your eyes in the passage now. From the passage, we're given that probably the most risk-laden road traffic accidents are those that involve what? Motorcyclists. Why? As they do not have a solid motor car body to protect them from the direct impact of an oncoming vehicle on the road. That's the answer. Shall you see it now? Don't forget this very quickly, that the passage states that motorcyclists do not have what? Solid car bodies to shield them from direct impact. It's not the one you are thinking that you're going to say is helmet. And don't forget it, that unlike car passengers, they have protective car bodies, right? Motorcyclists are exposed and can be directly hit by what? Another vehicle or the road surface, the hard road surface. And all of this increase the risk for what? Fatal accidents or injuries at the end of the day. So get this very quickly with me. Wire me question 5. Question 5 all the way, you know they bring 5 questions majorly, right, in your passages. Why does the writer suggest that every car driver should have a fire extinguisher in their vehicle? Why does the writer suggest that? Option A says, so that lives can be saved in case of accidents resulting in fuel tank explosion. There was nothing like fuel tanker or fuel tank mentioned there. That one is totally out. Option B says, so that the lives can be saved in case an accident resulting overheating. Option C say, so that lives can be saved in case an accident results in head-on collision. And then option D, so that lives can be saved in case of an accident resulting in what? Fire outbreak. What is the answer? Why does the writer suggest that every car driver should have fire extinguisher in case of what? Fire outbreak? Option D is the answer. Very simple, based on the passage. How? Look at the passage now. From where we're given these particular words, that if the road accident results in a fire, so fire outbreak there, right? This can be disastrous as the fire will prevent rescuers from coming near, thus resulting in quick demise of the victims from burns. This is why every car driver must possess a fire extinguisher in their vehicle. This little device may save lives in some situations. Very simple. Don't forget that the passage explicitly and clearly stated that if an accident result as a result of fire, or the accident is caused by fire, rescuers may not be able to reach the victims, right? And that will lead to fatalities. And don't forget this, that it then emphasizes that having a fire extinguisher in the vehicle can save lives in such situations. And don't forget this, that other option that we're given, right, does not even reflect anything meaningful from the passage regarding that. If you get this very quickly with me, bro, guess what? Everything about passage done and dusted. Sure, you at least have idea, right? As we are moving, at least we're going to do like 5 solid passages, right, that you must hold tight. So I'll see you in the next class. And don't forget, you want to reach out to LearnLift. It's very simple. This is our contact. Whether you like it or not, this exam you must do well. You have been destined for success. Nothing can stop you. Are you getting it now? you must make sure that you go through the notes. Very, very important in the LearnLift app. Always practice past question. Go to the past question segment of the app. Go and practice all the things you have studied and ensure you are getting them very well. And of course, very importantly, don't forget to always invite a friend or tell somebody about the LearnLift app. Bro, guess what? I'll see you in the next class. And in that next class, we're going to be looking at something very, very unique and beautiful. That next class is all about your clause passage. And your clause passage, where do you normally ask them from what? Register. We're going to be looking at it. I'll be showing you the tricks and the secrets. I'll see you in that class. Now, this class you just finished watching, of course, is brought to you by what? By the LearnLift app. Oh yes. And within the LearnLift app, you have access to all your classes from the beginning to the end. Everything is well organized for you. Every singular subject, every singular topic followed in line directly with your syllabus and your curriculum. And of course, can I tell you something lovely about the LearnLift app? Oh, this is the sweet part of it. You have access to your Jamb classes within the LearnLift app. You have access to your WAEC, your NECO, your GC classes. You have access to your post-UTME classes. And that's not all. Of course, for your secondary school, you have access to your secondary school classes, whether SS1, SS2, SS3. You have access to your classes directly. And of course, if you're in the university, you have access to your 100 level as well as 200 level classes, all within the LearnLift app. And of course, your 200 level classes are for medical students. All of them are there, well structured and highly organized for you. But please, before you proceed, just head down to your Play Store or your App Store and just type what? LearnLift. Immediately you type LearnLift, of course, the app is going to pop up for you and you download the app and then you start learning immediately. And also very quickly, all you're going to do is that in the description of this video or in the comment section, just open it. You see the link to our WhatsApp channel. Click on it and you are in the WhatsApp channel already, where I'm going to be dropping information every blessed day on a regular basis. And also very important, if you want to reach out to LearnLift, this is LearnLift contact, any of the two, right? Just copy it down and then WhatsApp us, right? Either you send WhatsApp message or you put a call across to us and all of that, and we're going to attend to you immediately. Guess what? I'll see you in the next chapter. For the now, peace out. Bye.